Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the QuaranStream Vibes Just Hangs, 5th of October, Tuesday. Look at this view. Here with my boys, Sean, the player 69, Toight Ass Tuesdays, and Bun Me Mahioi. Lads, how are we?
It's hot outside. It's warm. I was hoping to go for a swim, but I had to be on a live stream.
It is hot and muggy.
Why don't you
today,
stream in the pool?
You should stream on the pool.
Not
Yes.
a bad idea. Not a bad idea, actually.
Have you got one of those
Not a bad
floaties?
idea at all.
You got one of those floaties? You can just sit and have it, sort of like on your
Just
hand.
kind of
and
floating
there with a
around.
cocktail.
That'd be pretty nice, actually. I could totally do that off my phone. The only thing is, I'd be distracting all the beautiful women who are next to the pool and irritating them with
They might
my
want to
with me
be on the
talking
stream. Who
bullshit.
knows?
Maybe.
They just want to
Ladies
be
and
on
gentlemen,
the
welcome to
show.
the stream. Today we are streaming on 8 outlets. Boys, we are on we're on the PD Magic Facebook, we're on the WisePass Facebook, we're on the WisePass LinkedIn, WisePass YouTube, and also the WisePass Twitter.
So we're
so
on
many.
a
They're
lot
multiplying
today.
by the day.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a lot of eyeballs onto our stream. If you just joined us, we're a group of 4. We do a lot of updates on news, casual shenanigans. We talk about anything and everything, and we try and keep it not too controversial, but enough to get some attention and some entertainment value out of it.
Keep
Speaking of
entertained.
entertainment value, I think there was a shortage of people being able to get online last night, especially for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. You
What
guys
time
notice
was
that?
this at? What time was this? I keep seeing all these memes and stuff.
About 11:30 p.m. last night, Vietnam time, until about I think maybe 6 a.m. something like that. I think it was something
a
like
long
7 or
stream.
8 hours. Yeah, it was actually like a really long outage by IT standards. It's like an eternity.
Isn't it
apparently
strange?
apparently
All three
Facebook
of them?
stocks have dropped something like $8 billion on the back of it.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It's madness.
I thought it was strange how, I know Facebook owns Instagram and WhatsApp, but it was just strange how they all just at the same time. But then when I looked it up, apparently they all sit under the one infrastructure when they get up. So
I
was
believe
messaging.
there was rumors that somehow or somewhere the DNS records were deleted for all of the Facebook properties. So that's basically. I don't know if there's anyone listening who can confirm or deny who is more of an expert on this than I am, but I think that's basically like the addressing system.
Did they get hacked?
DNS. I think it's basically like an addressing system. So like these servers sit actually like on a numerical code that's like 3 numbers, 3 numbers dot 3 numbers dot 3 numbers dot 3 numbers. It's kind of like the address. But because you can't obviously remember like 10 websites without like an actual word, there's a service that basically assigns like the word like Facebook.com to a specific like numerical address, and I think that system there had a problem. I believe that's what it was. But if there's anyone listening who can confirm or deny that rumor, then please throw in your.
So did it just crash, or like did someone hack it? Is that
No? It was just down. Did you hear about the other rumor as well?
What was the other rumor?
Because Facebook has been in a lot of news lately about they're actually promoting what do you call it, like the hate speech and all those damaging keywords on Facebook. Apparently not promoting it, but apparently they get preference to, because they get more likes, they get more viewership, they get more clicks.
What?
So that's why when Facebook was in a little bit of trouble, because it was at the same time as it went out, apparently it wasn't a coincidence. It was just Facebook turned it off, and just so they could delete some files because they're going to be under investigation.
Wow.
That's a pretty serious rumor. Holy crap.
That's pretty
well. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but like for when you pop up on the news that you're going to be under investigation for your keywords and for your preferences online, and then all of a sudden you go out for 6 hours when Yeah, and
We
it's
lost
all
it.
three. It's all three that went down. So it's not like it was just Facebook.
Wow, hey. It's kind of like,
Pretty
yeah,
wild.
Sean, can I borrow your laptop? And Sean's like, wait, let me delete my history.
Exactly.
Exactly
Wow,
like that.
that's insane. That's insane. I wonder
Quick.
what's yeah, it sounds like it's a possible scenario, huh? Like rumor. I mean, it sounds like a possible rumor. Like you don't just crash like
Got
that.
some sense. Yeah,
For six
it's got some
hours
sense.
because of a faulty configuration. Come on, your Facebook.
I know.
You
Your
can't.
Instagram, your
You can't.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, you can't blame it on faulty configuration and be down for 6 hours. Like Maddie, I said, like for an IT issue to be down in 6 hours, man, that's huge.
Who
And the
knows
thing
what
is,
they were really
Zuckerberg
doing.
he can't be any more pale under this pressure. He's pale
No.
enough. You can't get
He's
any more
pale
like,
enough.
yeah.
So here's the
you
reasoning.
WhatsApp.
They say so. Facebook actually said that it was a faulty configuration change on one of their routers. This meant pathways to its systems broke on the internet, meaning people could not connect to their services.
Right.
Configuration changes on the backbone routers that coordinate network traffic between data centers caused the thing. I believe it took quite a while. Here we go. Shortly before 5 p.m. Monday, and only fixed by 3:30 a.m. the following day. So I believe that might be American time, but wow, that's like 10 hours. It's pretty serious.
That's
Wow.
and Jesus.
The memes are good. Hey,
Memes are great.
I shared the one where I had Twitter. Twitter was like, "Hello, literally everyone."
Everyone, yeah,
That one's really good.
that one's so good.
Far out.
The Squid Game
Wow.
meme is good. The Squid Game
Squid
one.
Game
Yeah,
ones,
that
yeah.
one's a good one too.
The
Speaking of Squid Game, Matty, you finally finished it. Jesus, man.
I did. It took a while, but look, I finished it. Oh man, I'm
Thoughts?
well impressed with this show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. If you haven't seen Squid Game, I know that it's like all the rage right now, and that might put you off watching it, but it's well worth it. I think it was fantastic.
I agree.
So Patty, Sean, and I had a little offline chat on Squid Game when you weren't when you logged off because we knew you hadn't finished watching it, so we didn't want to talk about it with you. Now that you have watched it,
maybe we should tell our viewers that there's going to be spoilers here if they keep listening. So maybe
well, there's
tune
going to be
out for
some
the next 5
spoilers.
minutes.
So if you haven't seen all of Squid Game, don't listen on this bit. No, we want you to listen on this bit. Don't get off our stream.
Stay
Right,
off.
we were just talking about the little signs and stuff because straight after we finished it, like Pat had sent me a couple of TikToks on fans who covered some possible scenarios for season 2 and did you catch this bit, did you catch that bit and stuff like that, and who the old man really was and who he could be. It was really interesting.
Should we ask Matty I if
Yeah, ask him.
he knows or he saw the shadow deaths of some of the casts? Did you notice anything, Matty?
The shadow what?
Like, so
Shadow
for example, did you notice how the mafia guy, the gangster,
The one with the tattoo up his face?
yeah. Did you notice
So-
how he died? Did you notice how he died?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the girl pulled him off with her. However, as soon as he fell, I said, if you fall on top of someone, there's every chance that the person below you will die, but you might not because you're falling onto like a softer surface as opposed
Correct.
to concrete
Yes.
or tiles or whatever it was. So that I noticed that, yes.
But did you notice how that sort of connects to his crime and his past?
What was his crime? I can't remember.
So yeah, so he was with a guy on the bridge, remember? And then
That's right.
He double crossed someone from the casino in the Philippines.
Wasn't it his one of his minions?
Yeah,
Basically
and then
delivered him to the what were the mafia dudes? Where were they from? Like
they were from the Philippines, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he stabs him, and then he jumps off the bridge.
Right. Okay.
And then that's how he died. That's how he dies. He dies off the bridge. And then the main girl, she died with the knife in her neck, but before that she threatened someone with a knife on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
in the guy's office, and then the Indian guy, he died by being betrayed and the other guy running away with his marbles, and he ran away
which
with
is what
his
he did with the
boss's money.
boss.
Correct.
Yes.
It
Okay.
all
Yep.
links
Yep.
up.
I see the connections. I see the
karma.
connections.
A little karma.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Do you reckon that was by design? Like you actually think like
Yes.
the writers
That's
of the
pretty-
story
that's
were like
good.
the
That's
people
deep
have to
thinking.
die in the same way that they threaten someone else's life. You reckon that's
Yeah, it's
deliberate?
like a bit
Yeah.
of karma.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they've been given a
Cool if it
chance,
is.
haven't they? They've been given a chance to, I guess, play this game and have a better shot at life. The other
Pretty shitty chance.
the other little Easter eggs is the old man. Obviously, at the end, spoiler alert, you figure out that he was part of the whole syndicate in running
I think
the
he
actual
started.
Squid
He
Games.
started the entire thing.
Yeah,
he
he
was
funded it, right? He had all the
responsible
money.
for it. Yeah.
And he was the one that, as an old fella, he needed to relive those childhood memories against, hence all the childhood games. But there's a link between him and the main guy.
Ooh, juicy. Hang on. I'm gonna try and
Super spoiler alert.
try and think what this is. Oh, don't tell me like it's his dad or grandfather or something. Look, I am your father.
It's look, it hasn't been confirmed, but some of the theories that they put out is there was a moment where is it Gihan, whatever his name is, the mango 456. He goes and gets his lunch or his milk at the Squid Games, and he goes, "Oh, is there a chocolate flavor because I'm lactose tolerant?" And then they go, "No." And as he walks off, he catches up to the old man. The old man goes, "I bet you when you were little, you were spanked a lot." And he goes, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He goes, "I had a boy that I spanked a lot as well." And he laughs and he walks off. That's one sign. Another sign is when they were playing the marble game, the old man was kind of getting through his dementia shit, and he's like, "What day is it today?" And he's like, "The 24th." He goes, "Oh, it's nearly my son's birthday." And they're walking around that village, and he goes, "Man, this reminds me of home." And even he said, "Yeah, it's kind of like my home too." And when 456 finished the game, he went to put his pin in to get his money out. He put 26, so it was 2 days before, because it was nearly his birthday. So the old man had a link there. So very possible.
And also, the old man gave his son a chance.
Yes.
He gave his son a chance to win.
He gave the marble. Yeah.
What a shit position to
remember
put
how
your son
he
in
had
if you're
last
that
marble
rich,
left?
hey?
Well, he's not going to be eating tteokbokki anymore. He went and withdrew only 10,000 won, and then realized he's got 48
billion or whatever it was. Yeah,
whatever it is.
It was billion. It was billion.
Billion. I worked it out. I think it's close to $500,000 US. I think.
No more.
It was.
No. It's way more. It's way
like
more.
Was it
it's
way
like
more?
It's like $45 million.
45 million.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. So which game was your guys' favorite?
Ooh.
The licking one.
The licking one. I didn't like that one.
I like that one. That's cool.
Okay, so the actual amounts. The actual amount is 38.4 million USD.
Wow. Okay. That's heaps. And what? He didn't do anything with it for a year. Remember?
Right? Yeah. Banker's like,
it was like a year later. It's like, you haven't done anything with your money. You need to be putting it into a term deposit. Have you got 10,000 won you can give me?
Some sort of investment, yeah.
The guy was full sucking up.
I saw Matt's story where he goes, just get on the fucking plane. And what the hell was with the hair? I knew he was going to choose that hairstyle.
Oh man, the hair was so bad.
The other thing is, Matty, when before he even went to play the games and he met that guy in the subway station where he said, "Do you want to win some money?" And he played the paper game. Guy. He goes, "Choose the color red or blue. If you choose blue, you end up being the players in the Squid Game. But if you chose red, you end up being the security." That's the theory as well, because the security guys,
that's interesting.
They're regular people also.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably get a wage, but they do a little bit more hard manual labor.
Well, plus they're also killing people. You'd want to be paid pretty well to be doing that. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds a little tenuous of a link for me. But yeah, actually, in the comments, Lum was saying that the red light, green light was a nice way to get people engaged, and I agree completely. I think that was like a really nice, easy to understand, and engaging way to start it off. That was probably my favorite as well.
Yeah, it was a good one.
We should try and play a red light, green light game on the show somehow.
Start Red Rover in the park, mate.
Start far from your camera and then come closer and closer. Awesome.
Who's going to be doing the shooting?
Yeah, Sean. No, we'll be shooting Sean. We'll be spitballs. We'll do spitballs.
Throw things at him.
Throw things at him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes just hangs. Don't go away. We'll come back with some cool updates and some news for ya. Welcome back to the QuaranStream Vibes just hangs here with the boys and WisePass. Enjoy life every day, everywhere. Anything interesting around the traps, boys?
Yeah. So,
you got, Sean?
If I could put out the link. Let's see.
Nice shirt, by the way. We'll get a sponsor by Adidas, eh?
How can I put in the link? Is it? Oh,
share screen, buddy.
Share screen.
Mate, you've been doing it.
Make sure you close your porn first, bro.
Screens. They're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Make sure you share the
so
right
currently, is it sharing? Okay. So currently, right now, the largest house in America is on sale.
Wow.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I've seen this too.
And no one's buying it as well.
It was going
it
because it's $500 million.
Look at
actually all the stuff in it is ridiculous, man. Like it's just like tasteless excess, and it's actually not. Well, it's not to my taste.
How old is the house?
Sean, have a look.
Freeze. Oh, hold on. Yeah. So look, 21 bedrooms. 5,500 square foot master suite. The property adjoined, 400-foot long jogging track, a 30-car garage, a gallery, and its own private nightclub.
Sounds like Sean's house.
This is a proper lockdown mansion.
Dude, this is a perfect mansion.
Sean, ask them if they'll take 20 million.
So currently the price has gone down because no one's buying it. So its current price is around 225 million.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Like, look at that's the entrance. That's the entrance there. It's a
so
rotating.
You get everything as is in the picture. Walk in, walk out, like furniture, whatever's already there, or furnishings as is.
Yeah, I would say so. 4-lane bowling alley, 50-seat movie theater, sun deck, $10,000 or 10,000 bottle wine cellar.
Oh my goodness!
Nice little bowling alley.
Imagine playing like hide and seek in there.
Oh my god, that would be.
Hope you got all week.
Yeah, it's another.
Imagine how much the upkeep is.
Well, it says they're in debt 165 million plus 5 million more.
Like you would need staff to actually run the house.
Oh, 100%.
Where is it in LA? Is it?
Yeah, in LA, Beverly Hills.
Like Beverly Hills, of course.
Yes, 10,000.
Oh,
So,
apparently,
It'll be such a wow.
There's some sort of thing about like it might be getting foreclosed on.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Because no one's buying it.
Yeah.
That's my computer so slow. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's crazy, man. 500 million down to 225.
42 bathrooms.
The maintenance on that.
It's
You'd have to
lot
have
of
a maid for
bathroom.
every room. Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it has underground cover, like car park and stuff as well.
The Underground Railroad.
30 car park.
30-car car park. Ooh, some good news, Paddy.
Seems like it.
No way.
Ho Chi Minh City, yeah, they've been planning to start it as soon as next week, but Hanoi and Haiphong is asking to delay it because they don't want anyone coming in and out. But there are some places that want to start opening it.
God damn it.
I think
there
we
we go.
need to
There's the provinces there.
Kanhua. Well, Kanhua is the Nha Trang Cam Ranh.
Hmm.
Would not mind a little trip somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, they've
Well,
asked
I think-
the 20 provinces to see what they think about opening. But for now, Hanoi and Haiphong is like, delay it, please, delay it. So
They want to get it to the percentages first, though. Get them all up to those percentages before they make any moves. Otherwise, we're going to fall in the same category as Singapore and Israel.
Yeah, Haiphong is the lowest
Hmm.
vaccinated too. They have the lowest amount of people vaccinated in Haiphong, and they're wide open.
Really, they're open. Wow, that's very surprising.
I can see.
Yeah, and like barely anyone's
No
getting
one's going there,
vaccinated.
Yeah, no one's going there.
No one's going there. So. Not even the virus wants to go there.
Yeah, so it doesn't say specific destinations in terms of cities, unfortunately.
No, not yet. It's just the plan to start, but they're trying to push it as early as next week. So
yeah, I think it's also to get into the minds of people that we are moving forward with things. So just to not keep everyone's mindset stagnant is a thing.
Just getting everyone excited a little bit.
I mean, they'll for sure they'll do all the same things. Your standard temperature checks, and then your vaccine.
Do you think you'll have to be double vaccine or one?
I think at first probably.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that will probably be the sensible way to look at it. Who knows? Because with other countries, like for example, I'll bring up these two. We've got New Zealand here. Were finally accepted to abandon the zero COVID strategy as the Delta variant proves hard to shake. So obviously they were in a position like Vietnam to try and eradicate the virus, give it a good crack at it before accepting to live with it. And now that they've gotten to the point where it's sort of inevitable, and also getting their vaccinations to the right percentage, then they start to just go, you know what, this is it. We've just got to live with it. And consider opening borders. Same with Sydney here. But then when you look at places like Singapore, who are above the 80%, doing well with some pretty strict, not too strict, but some strict restrictions in mind, like some gatherings are limited, certain numbers and stuff. But they're still getting numbers of up to 2,000, 5,000, and they're 80% double vaxxed. And
so the only thing is, those numbers, are they actually getting sick? Like, hey, how sick are they getting?
Mild,
sure, then the mild numbers.
They're getting mild
like symptoms. Then who cares?
Yeah, it's just mild and stuff. But it still comes down to letting their people know that, look, you're going to be double vaxxed, but you have to accept that you're going to get it, and it'll be mild. And I think in the minds of some people are still like, yeah, but I shouldn't be getting it at all if I'm double vaxxed. It's if I'm still taking all these precautions.
Yeah.
So I think now it's yeah, I know, but that's where I think the governments and the leaders now need to maybe do an activation or a campaign to educate the people that this is the new normal, that we are gonna have it at some point. You know what I mean? And that way, it would help people understand a little more, and rather than having them divide and say, "Why should I get it when I'm going to get it anyway? Why should I get vaccinated when I'm going to get it anyway?" to make them understand that we're all going to get it, so then we can all get a little percentage of the delta that is not going to mutate even more and just stay as is, and then that way can sort of just live with us but not go any further than a mild case. I think is the best way to educate the people. Otherwise, it's just going to be around and around and around again. So, I mean, the article's in Vietnamese, but that's as much as I mean. They're still doing fine. Like they've opened up still. Flights are still coming through for Singapore, but that's their latest. They've just started recording numbers again as well. Yeah. But on another scary news is remember we said how Taiwan was getting ready for like building their own military, getting ready for it.
Mhm.
On a couple of streams before, we mentioned that Taiwan is prepping if in case China attacks. Well, they've just recently asked Australia and the US for some help because, check out this. China flew in a couple of their jets into Taiwan airspace.
Yeah, I heard about this a couple of days ago, I think it was. Yeah. It's interesting. I'd just like to point out, I think in another tweet from that Ministry of Foreign Affairs account, which we're looking at, they put up the map of like which part of their territory the jets actually crossed, and it's basically like the very southwest corner. Like that's actually ages away from the mainland, like the land part of Taiwan. So it doesn't look as insane as what the news is trying to make it out to be. But yeah.
But it's still their airspace, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess mainland China would argue that it's all the same thing, which I guess is the whole point, the whole problem.
Hey, it's like what Vin Diesel says, man. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. So whether you put your toe into my airspace or your whole body, you're in my airspace. Yeah. Scary to know that this is in 2021 we're still dealing with this sort of feud between countries that is going to do, that's going to resort to some sort of violence. Not good at all. But what can you do, right? What can you do? I was reading something yesterday as well. Where's that link? Totally forgot it. Have you guys know anyone gone to the gym yet? Looks pretty packed.
Yeah, two of my friends have gone to the gym already. I kind of want to go as well. I've been slack about doing exercise for the last week or so I should do something also.
Yeah, I know girls that are doing personal training. So
AT said that he went and did a boxing session at City Gym, but they said everyone had to wear a mask still. And he said it sucks because I was like panting, couldn't breathe properly. Far out. Just breathe. Just wear these ones.
I tried running with the mask and it would just get like soaked with sweat, and it was just like.
Yeah, no, you can't run with a mask. It's hard because you need to breathe properly when you're running.
As soon as it's wet, it's basically like being.
It's horrible.
When Pat and I were playing Wednesday nights, and last year when the lockdown was still sort of semi-restrictions, they walked around each court saying, "Put your mask on, put your mask on." So we had to play with our mask on.
Yep. It's not easy too. It's annoying.
Yeah. WisePass, what gym? It was City Gym. City Gym's under restrictions, and you have to sign up. And I think they're taking something like 100 people a day, something like that. And you sign up, and then they schedule in, and you go in for your session, whatever time it is, and then that's it.
Hammer time.
What are you writing down, Shawnee?
Oh, I was just writing down some numbers. I had to calculate some things.
Number of desserts you're going to buy later.
1 + 1 = 11.
Exactly.
1 + 1 equals window.
Window, correct.
Remember that? Maddie looks like he's occupied with something. What's up?
Is he frozen? Oh no.
I thought
He
you were
was.
frozen for a second.
He was
He
frozen.
seemed a little froze. You hear us, Maddie?
There's some
I'm here.
stats that I can share.
Oh.
Yeah. You found something? Some stats I can share on Binh because you know Binh Duong was a pretty heavy spot for Vietnam. These are their numbers here. So they've gone from, if you look at September 16 here, they're peaking at 3,000, 4,000, and then they went down, but then they were peaking up again. All these cases, but now they're way down to 1,200.
That's a good trajectory. Hopefully that line continues in that direction.
Yeah.
It looks like it's up, down, up, down. It's waving, but now it looks like it's going down.
Yeah.
So
We've got enough
do you reckon
vaccines
that
out there.
they're doing less tests now? Do you reckon?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think that for people who, let's say people who have got double vaxxed, not recently, but in months before, like who got in early, who develop symptoms now, should test, even if it's mild, just to say, it might just be a flu. Should I test to see if it's COVID or not?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they
my
should?
my personal opinion is like we need to be focusing on getting everyone double vaxxed, so that even if you catch it, even if you catch it for whatever reason, like there is no consequence to it. So then the only consequence can be is that like you don't pass it to another population that's unvaccinated. So for example, like we shouldn't be going to Haiphong, for example, or the like all the migrant workers trying to like go back to their provinces, which is a really difficult situation, right? Because they're like a lot of them are out of money and stuff, and like in desperate situations don't have anywhere to live. But like, so they're trying to go home to their families and some level of financial security and everything. But they're taking the disease with them. That's even though they might be vaccinated, they might be taking the disease into like unvaccinated groups of people. I think that's the dangerous part.
Yeah.
But we already know that our main I guess thing and goal is to be double vaxxed. But what I'm trying to say is, when you're double vaxxed and you get mild symptoms, should you not write it off as it not possibly being COVID again, and you get a test? Because right now, like if we're dealing with only the vax can go into shopping malls in the next month or so, and someone has a mild symptom and going, that means you're still spreading some form of variant around amongst them.
Correct.
So are they?
But it doesn't matter if everyone's double vaxxed.
You
know what I mean?
That means but then COVID is still going around amongst them, and not everyone will get mild. Some people might get a bit more. It's just you're preventing a possible chance of only getting mild.
Yeah.
Would you get
because the
tested,
unvaccinated aren't
or
allowed
would
in
you
shopping
get
centers.
tested?
I'm talking about I guess I'm more focusing on like, should testing still be tested amongst the vaxxed?
Like if you're feeling symptoms, why not?
What if it's just a cold?
But it's just a test, right?
Because like,
so the issue with the
COVID,
testing is that it's expensive. So you could be using that money for like vaccinations. You know what I mean? Like which actually solves the problem versus just knowing about the problem. Does that
because
make
remember
sense?
before COVID, if you ever had the cold or you're coughing, you already knew automatically not to go to work.
Yeah.
So then why is it any difference with this?
Shouldn't be.
Right?
There could be arguments both ways, I guess.
Because how much does it cost for those self-tests?
I think
Those self-tests
how much
for
does it cost for a
house.
vax?
I think the PCR ones are way more expensive. There's something like $80 or $100. I think the quick tests are significantly cheaper. I think they're only like a few dollars or something like that, but they're much less accurate.
$200K about, maybe a little cheap. I have one here.
Is that the quick test, Sean?
Yeah, the antigen
The quick ones are like
that-
2 mil for 10, a pack of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Sean's number is right then. There you go, 200 each.
It's not too bad, I guess.
Sean's got a few pregnancy tests as well.
Yeah.
Gotta
Are
make
they,
sure.
are they used or unused?
The morning after.
Luckily,
It
I
doesn't
live by
happen.
the
It doesn't
canal.
happen that quickly.
It's not COVID,
Hey,
mate.
come take a walk with me at the canal.
Oh my god,
What the hell, Sean?
that's terrible, Sean.
I can't swim. I know.
Like, exactly.
But check out this.
Oh, we shouldn't be
So,
joking about that.
Vietnam-
We're going straight to hell, Sean.
I'll see you guys there. There's more fun there. Check this out. Behind the reason, the Indian big man wants to open a $500 million pharmaceutical industrial park in Vietnam, the target of export.
Interesting. So what's the reason?
Well, I mean, you look at it like there's India is like supplies 60%. It says here, I was reading it earlier, 60% of different vaccines, drugs, and
they're an enormous medication producer, like enormous.
Yeah.
I think they're only second behind China.
Enormous. It's huge.
Maybe even ahead of China. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Vietnam is also a big distributor and I guess produces a lot as well. And within that, they want to scale about 500 hectares with the initial investment of that much. So the place to do it is here.
It's huge.
Create jobs as well. They're already in talks with the Vietnam medical ministry. So yeah, it's going to be a place for them to, I guess, do all their testings and research as well.
That's exciting. I mean, that would be a huge gain to Vietnam's economy if they were to do that.
Yeah.
Huge,
So why did India choose Vietnam to deploy the pharmaceutical park? So there you have it. The country implements cash incentive package worth 200 million USD. Factories producing antibiotics, anti-HIV drugs, vitamins, and 51 other important pharmaceutical ingredients. Wow, hey! Not only Vietnam is going to be doing Nike shoes, they're going to be doing all the drugs on your shelves as well.
Yes.
Not those ones, Sean.
No.
So not only from the Indian big businesses, but big guys from Germany, Japan, and US have also poured capital strongly into the field of Vietnam for more than a decade as of now already. So looks like we're in a good place as well. We might have all the drugs. We just need to upgrade some of our medical facilities and resources. And we should be
Definitely.
okay.
Better hospitals.
Yeah.
Bigger and
Yeah.
better.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Just like a glass of wine.
I haven't heard that one, Sean.
Keeps the doctor away? How does that one go? Glass of wine keeps the doctor away? What?
No, I think just a glass of wine keeps cancer away. That's what they say.
Really?
Yeah, a glass of wine
I
a
heard
day.
that one. Might start drinking wine then.
Not a bad idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes, just hang, don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to QuaranStream Vibes. Just hang here with the boys and WisePass. Enjoy life every day, everywhere. So, lads, tight ass Tuesdays. I'm thinking of ordering tonight instead of cooking. I don't know what yet.
Oh man, we last night we took a drive.
What are you thinking?
Where'd you go?
It was really, well, we were in D3. So
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
got
You went for a ride with
Good, yeah.
some Kumjad
Saw that.
Chinik Mum, and then and then we went over to we went to Turtle Lake, had a couple cold ones and some food, and then we drove into D4 and got some.
Was there other people there at the Turtle Lake?
Yeah, there was a bunch of people sitting around, like not super packed like before, but there were a lot of people, and then went and got some miso cow chin, so like in Chinatown, and
what's that?
Sat on the canal, like
Right.
Usually it's like
you were hoeing yourself around town, mate. Hoeing yourself out there.
Who's we, Sean?
It was me, Lewis, and Edward Scissorhands.
Ah, that's right. Ed, good old Ed, man. He loves to match his clothes, huh?
He does, eh?
He loves
I was talking to him the other day about it.
It is such a chav. It's so cute.
He had his full pink suit on, and then he had his pinky shoes, and then the other day was a red shirt with red shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I told him, I said,
free now, eh? I'm free. I'm free.
He's so juicy.
I messaged him straight away, and I said, "Yo, you brought out the full set, swagging on them on the first day out." And he's like, "Yep, had to." And I was like, "Man, your balls must have been sweaty on those tracksuit pants."
Crazy. Good old Ed.
He's a sweet guy.
Market news, guys. Bitcoin just broke 50K today, just now. So
Woo!
50K?
Yeah, well, Q4 is 100K, so it's still part of the bull market. So the next step is to break 60. Once we break 60, it's gonna go up to 80. Wait, how else can you determine the market without projections? Historical studies, right?
That's corrected already. It's gonna be corrected.
Bro, it's past performance does not indicate future performance. Isn't that like the first thing anyone tells you when you go into like investing into like literally anything?
I was an investment banker for 14 years, Matty.
So there you go. Yeah. So what are you talking about then?
So what is technical analysis to you? It's historical
People
data.
trying to convince themselves that they can determine by like random lines that they draw on a page.
It's called technical analysis. So what does all the banks do when it comes to historical data? Why do they pay millions and millions of dollars for historical data?
Bro, okay, let me give you another question. Why is it that active fund managers generally outperformed by passive, like literally just put your money in the market and sit on it and do nothing?
I mean, like, it's in the end of the day, yes, they're all assumptions, right? No one can predict the future. Otherwise, we would all be billionaires. We'd all be trillionaires. Okay,
so you agree with my argument then?
No, I don't.
Wait, you got to answer Pat's question first. I want to see where this is going to go.
What was the question? Say it again.
About what? Which one?
When he asked, and then Matt goes, "Let me ask you a question."
Oh, historical data. No, everyone always puts it away. Like they scrub it under the rug when every financial institution does it. So like you can't just put away and say, "Oh, historical data doesn't matter."
I mean, I kind of think that's exactly right, because you don't know, like, basically you don't know where the future is going to go. So for example, you can't predict you can't even predict like most smaller events, let alone black swan events, for example, the COVID crisis, or certain recessions and stuff. And if you could predict them, then yeah, absolutely, what you're saying is right. Like, if you could predict it accurately, then you'd be a billionaire, because it'd be like having the almanac from Back to the Future, where exactly what's going to happen. You can bet things on it. So I'm trying to say, historical data is cool, but you can't predict stuff that's going to happen in the future. That's the whole problem.
But no one is saying that it's going to come true. Like, we're just saying that, hey, if this happened in 2013 and then it happened in 2007 and the whole cycle is repeating itself, now it's on the third cycle. This is why people are just getting excited on the Q4, and people aren't wrong. People that have predicted this 4 years ago, 3 years ago, are getting it correct.
Yeah, but there's also people who have predicted a whole bunch of other shit that's been completely wrong. So,
Of
for
course,
example,
but that's
like,
why it goes. That's why it goes both ways. We're not saying that we're correct. We're just going off the basis of history that it's starting to repeat itself.
Patterns.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's patterns. Historical analysis is leading us to this. So for 2013, it happened the first time. 2017, it happened the first time. Exactly the way it happened twice is now in the same way it's happening in 2021.
So you're talking about technical analysis right now? Is that right?
Yeah, technical analysis, because that's part of historical data.
Okay, so right now, basically, what you're saying is you're confident enough, based on this technical analysis, that you're investing literally every dollar that you have into Bitcoin, because it's definitely going to go to 100K before the end of the year.
But did that come out of my mouth? Did I say I'm investing every single cent?
No. I'm asking.
All I'm saying is, but that's the thing. No one is stupid enough to invest every single dollar. Not even a fund manager is stupid enough. Right? All I'm saying is that, hey, if history repeats itself and you have the opportunity to invest, why not?
But you do. Now's your opportunity to invest if you believe in that prediction.
And that's why I'm invested. I've been invested since 2011. And guess what? I'm on the third cycle, Matty I. Why? Because I believed of historical data. Guess what? I learned this in my master's, which got taught to me at school. If this is incorrect, why would they teach it at school? Why would they teach this in a financial institution like Bank of America Merrill Lynch, where I worked for 14 years? But it did. History repeated itself, Matty. Why would I disagree with it?
It's all right, man.
You don't leave all your eggs in one basket. At least somewhere.
Yeah. I'm not telling anyone to invest in Bitcoin. It's not financial advice. All I'm saying is, trend is your friend. Hey, if it's working, why go against it?
Yeah.
I mean, look, if for me, if the patterns have gone that way and it's the cycle's coming back up, it's like going to the casino. Like, there's every chance that any number can pop up on a roulette table. But if you're looking at this lady who's specifically spinning this sort of sequence of numbers or around about that area on the wheel, I'm going to try and go for that, again, statistically, probability wise, anyway. And if it happens to fall out, then it's another chance. But if the person who comes in and goes, hey, I'm taking over your shift, that changes the variable.
That's when you quit.
I don't know. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but sports analysts always go with the odds, don't they? I always go with the underdog. I'm always betting against, because I want the off chance that if you win the big odd. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna win big, right?
Yes, definitely.
We used to go to the casino in Brisbane before we head out. Like on a Friday night, we'll go and have dinner there at like 7. Obviously, clubs don't open till like 10. But we're there having a few drinks at the bar, and then we're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna change over a $20 note or $50 note of some $5 chips and just try and play it. And most of the time, we've won like a few, a couple hundred. So, good deal.
Good times to win. You win some, you lose some. Tend to lose a lot.
Shit, I just lost this article. Here we go. Over 1,000 startups founded by alumni of Southeast Asia Tech reports. If you look here,
Lazada.
Yeah. Lazada tops the charts with 480 alumni who are new founders or chief executives of startups, followed by C and Grab, and then the others. Who owns Gojek? Gojek's Indonesia or Singapore or no, it's not Singapore. Indonesia, yeah.
Indonesian, yeah. Grab is Singaporean, right?
Grab is Singaporean.
Okay.
Damn, C. You guys use any of the others?
What's on there?
Gojek, Lazada,
Zalora.
And out of all of those, I only use Lazada and Grab.
I've heard of
What is
Zalora.
Zalora? What is it?
Online shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at that. See, 120,000 employees on these online platforms. How crazy is that? Hey, how do they? It's just I can't fathom. Like like you talk about like factory workers going back pre-digital and stuff like that. Like my mum used to work at Can't Tear 'em, sewing, and they used to do all these uniforms for security guards, for just those overalls and stuff. And they used to do it in like departments. So she would just all day be sewing just the shoulder pad section of the outfit, and it just gets passed on. Bang.
Just one part.
Yeah, just one part. It was a whole production line, and this is like going like mid to late 80s, and even early 90s. She would do sewing at home, like our own little sweatshop. She would just do it,
Getting stuff ready for you.
but like those factories are like a couple hundred people, like just proper full hardcore manual labor on your machine all day, smoko break, 8 hours, 10 hours, and you go home. And I can't fathom the comparison of that to a digital platform where you've got 120,000 employees. I mean, across all these, together, combined. But like, it's like the person at the top probably doesn't know anyone down in this apartment at all, and that they don't need to. You know what I mean? Whereas when you have a smaller company, you kind of know everybody, and it's like, yeah, some Helen girl in freaking marketing did this. She goes, cool, let's give her a raise.
Yeah, go Helen.
Yeah, we just fired Karen. She stole all the paper clips.
Goddamn Karen.
It's crazy. What's the biggest staff of people you've had to manage?
20 for me.
20? And you knew them all?
I worked with them on a daily basis, so yeah, I suppose. But I mean, I couldn't tell you like what every single one of them, like what was going on in their lives or anything like that. Plus, we also had like pretty high turnover, so it was kind of challenging to sort of like keep track of everyone in the team all the time.
Yeah, I've only had a small team. We had myself, Calvin, 4 full-time staff, 4 interns, and then 5 talents. That's it. But I never really saw the talents or the interns. I rocked up to the office here and there. That was it. But,
What a D-bag. What a D-bag.
No, because like I would just come in and then like there's just there.
Collects the checks. Doesn't even know who works for him.
Imagine everyone's like, "Oh, hello, I'm PD," and he's like, "Who are you? I don't know you."
Because I work for you. He goes, when? Because I come to the office every day. So because I don't come to the office. Before we had our own office, the office was at my old apartment in BMC on Vavenkik, and I would have to like, I don't know. We opened the office at 7:30 a.m. Stupid me agreeing to Calvin for doing that. So I would have big nights, and I would still have to open the door for them at 7:30. And to got to the point where I said, "No, I'm giving you guys the keys. I'm going to start work at like 9 or 10 when I get up." And it got to the point where I was like, I can't keep coming out like half asleep, and the staff are already on the computer in the dining room.
Like a true boss.
Yeah.
Like a true boss.
I own this place. I can do whatever I want.
Pat's managed a couple of locals. Some good frustrating stories there as well.
A lot, man. A lot.
Can't imagine.
I don't know if you guys have, but man, it's very difficult. You need your line of patience needs to be strong, and I don't have that.
It's the Vietnamese and any of our Vietnamese listeners listening. This doesn't go for all of you. Okay, this is from my experience. I think the Vietnamese are shy of, or too reserved and conservative of communication. And I don't mean it in terms of talking to each other or anything, but I mean in terms of updating your whereabouts, how long you're going to be from your boss. Shit, I'm late. I'm going to be 5 minutes, or and telling you that early. I've had so many experiences with. We had an editor, and it was like a Friday, and we said, "How long will you take to edit this?" He goes, "I'll give it to you Thursday." I went, "Okay." Thursday, we wrote it up on our whiteboard. It was there, and we didn't touch up on him at all. And it got to Wednesday, and we're like, Me and Cam goes, he hasn't replied to us yet. And does he look like he's working? We're in on our corner looking. It doesn't look like he's editing. Maybe he's finished. I go, okay, let's see who handed in on Thursday. Come Thursday, no, nothing. He came to work. He had lunch, normal, and we finished at 4 on that day. And then it got to 3:30. Said, "Hey, have you finished videos?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, sorry. I was going to ask you, can I get another day? Can I hand it tomorrow?" I said, "Why didn't you tell us?" And he goes, "You had from Friday. We watched you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you needed an extra day Friday, you would know yourself that, by Wednesday, you went, I might need an extra day." And he goes, "Yeah, it'll be quick though." I said, "That's not the point. I don't care if it's quick or not. It's like, you need to tell us that if you can't hand it in on Thursday, let us know. Don't tell us because we had to come and ask you for it." Frustrating. I was going to break the computer, but I couldn't because it was the computer I bought. Lads, it's getting really, really grey and windy.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a little rain earlier today too.
Marge is definitely coming.
I was going to go for another ride. It was so nice yesterday. I actually got to a traffic light, and it was red, and it was so nice to look around me, and there were other people on bikes. Normally, I look around me, I'm the only one there.
It's a crazy feeling out there. It's exciting and it's alive, fun. Wild drivers.
Okay.
Mrs. Marge.
Wait, Maddie, are you back and forth
actually
to 2 different places?
Yeah. So I'm at a different joint at the moment.
Yeah, I was seeing your
place.
backgrounds. Yeah, your background's different.
Yeah.
Switching it up.
I keep dropping out. I don't know why. It's just the internet's up and down.
That's all good. We're about to wrap up. We'll see you backstage, though. See you backstage.
Cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on today's QuaranStream Vibes Just Hangs. Join us again tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. 4 dudes, 4 faces, 4 smiles, 4 finger hearts.
Except for
See you. Have a good dinner, everybody.